Hiya, it's Emma Wakely, and this is my presentation for the Adidas Leeds City Series research. I'm going to start off by saying that Adi Dassler created Adidas in 1949, and up until the 1970s, Adidas was the biggest name in athletic shoes. I'm going to explain how and why sports trainers became fashionable in the UK. So it all started off with football hooliganism, which was when violent and destructive behaviour occurred between fans of rival football teams. So this happened a lot at the football matches and especially at away days. Um, in the first picture here, you can see a football terrace, which is what they used to have at matches instead of having seats. So large groups of people would be standing on these terraces, and they often got quite dangerous, especially with the hooligans around. So that was a picture of the Hillsborough disaster when people were being thrown over the side of the terraces. So these football hooliganisms were known as roughs. Um, they used to cause trouble at football matches, and the hooliganism reached its peak around the 70s. So this is what occurred during that time. These people used to wear very obvious clothing. So they wear things such as bomber jackets, denim jeans, and boots by brands such as Doc Martens. During the 70s and 80s, when Bob Paisley was the manager of Liverpool Football Club between 74 and 83, Liverpool won 6 league championships and 3 European Cups. And obviously the fans travelled around Europe supporting their team. Transalpina was a travel agent where all these students could get really cheap train passes or flights to go around Europe following their team. As they did this, they went and bought a lot of designer European clothing, and they did this so that the police couldn't track them as easily as they changed the sort of style of clothing that they'd wear. And this created the casual culture. So instead of wearing baggy jeans and denim jackets, it was now classy European brands. The Adidas City series was first released in the 70s and early 80s, and the series included 24 cities around Europe, each with a unique colourway, and this was very popular among the casual culture. The brands that the casual culture included were some of the following. So there was Lacoste or Puma or Adidas, and obviously all of these brands are still around today. So by wearing these clothes, the hooligans were able to escape police escorts. This style of clothing carried on through the 90s during the acid house rave scene. These pictures are from 1997. So clothing was a lot more experimental and vibrant, but as you can see, there's still a lot of people wearing Adidas. So today, people are still wearing all of the same brands that were started, that were brought into fashion through the casual culture. So this is the Leeds City Series shoe, and I want to try and advertise this through the fact that through promoting the fact that Leeds is a very different city to others, and I want people to buy this shoe as they're proud to be living in Leeds. So obviously, when you think of Leeds, you've got things such as the Corn Exchange and little things such as Hyde Park Cinema, which is one of the only remaining gaslit cinemas in the UK. And there's the original Flatiron building, which is in Leeds. But I did a survey and asked students what they liked about Leeds and how Leeds was very different to places that they've been or where their original home is. So things such as rooftop bars or Gate Market having really great deals attracts a lot of students to Leeds. So I wanted my target audience to be students, as a lot of the great things about Leeds are very studenty, and there's so many bars and pubs and just so much to do there. So there's things such as Crispy's fish and chip shop, which most people wouldn't care about or even notice if they drove past, but to people, to students especially who live in Leeds, Crispy's is a bit of a one-off. It's a like a disco takeaway shop, and a lot of people would spend time in great pubs such as the Hyde Park or the Royal Park. One of my insights is it's very hard to live in Leeds on a budget, as there's always so much to do. So there's a picture of the Trinity Shopping Centre or Belgrave, where people, it's a rooftop bar, so it's great in summer. My other two insights are music creates a friendlier community amongst Leeds students, and clothing and footwear can be worn as a sign of pride. So the second one is obviously influenced through the casual culture, and um, the this is my proposition: be proud you're part of it. So obviously Leeds has so much great things to offer, and through I want this message to come across where through my campaign for the Leeds City Series shift